what's up? This is your boy Superman Shoba, the only yellow bone with wings. I'm going straight to amaphupho because lamaphupho maningi. Ngizocala ngephupho lakacolani wase-West Rand. Abacolani baningi e-West Rand. So as long as ngingakasho i-surname yakho, it's fine. Ucolani uthi bhuti omdala, mkhulu, ngiphupha Undiza. My part of my body is a fish, and then the other one is myself. I'm flying in the sky, and kunabantu abangibukele, kunabogogo nje abangibukele laphansi, bese labo gogo bayasho ukuthi lo umthandazi. Well, leli phupho leli liyazichaza, but maybe you came to me because you are looking for a confirmation, which is fine. Yes, unguye umthandazi. If ungabuyela emavidweni wami waphambilini, I speak about dreaming of yourself flying, Ukuphupha Undiza. I think senginamavideo ayi-2 lapho ngichaza khona leli phupho leli ukuthi Ukuphupha Undiza. So Ukuphupha Undiza kusho ukuthi unesithunywa, isithunywa sokuthandaza, ungumthandazi. Uyabona, umthandazi usually abantu abasebenza ngamanzi, bathandazela abantu and all those kind of stuff. So basically you are a prayer warrior. Understand, umuntu onamandla nje kakhulu when it comes to izinto zomthandazo. Awusuye umuntu odinga ukuthi amikse imithi nani nje wena uma uthandaza vehemently for a situation to get turned around, that situation gets turned around if you pray with NSD and uyazila wenza konke lokho kumele wenziwe, and then imithandazo yakho inamandla kakhulu. And then ephupheni lakho lesibili uthi wena uphupha, unokuphupha nje udrawna emanzini, uphuphe kayi-1 udrawna emanzini, and then bekunenyoka lapho ikubhekile, should ikubheke from the top when we are drown emanzini, and then eventually you come out. Well, those are also dreams that are associated with abantu abanesithunywa, abantu abathandazayo. These are similar dreams that I have myself, ngiphuphe nje ngisemanzini, because remember, we always speak about abantwana bamanzi, kunalaba benzuza, and then bese there's us nalaba abanye. Laba benzuza, they don't usually drown, they dream of themselves normally underwater, breathing very fine, but the rest of us, thina sisiphupha sisemanzini, struggling to breathe or drowning and all those kind of stuff, you understand? So that was another dream that was signifying ukuthi wena umuntu ongumthandazi. And then bese iphupho lakho lesithathu uthi uhlezi uphupha usekhaya, because you said you live somewhere in Gauteng but you are from Eastern Cape. So unokuphupha nje usekhaya, and recently mawuphupha usekhaya uphuphe ngathi your cousins bafuna ukukubamba, nawuthi uyababuza ukuthi bakubambelani, and then bathi no, kumele siyokwelisa and stuff like that, and kwafika abomalume akho bakugqoka ngezinto ebusweni. So that dream, I think it's also straightforward. Yabona liyazisho, ngingazi-ke mangabe in real life uwelile, but I'm seeing ukuthi kunesiko ekumele ulenze, and that dream, it signifies lelo siko lelo ekumele ulenze. So you must just listen to that dream and then go yenze lelo siko lelo. Okay, and then bese iphupho lesibili, iphupho lakaMaxwell. uMaxwell uthi mkhulu, nginephupho lezinyoka elingihluphayo. Ngiphupha izinyoka ngathi ziyangi-attack-a esikhathini esiningi, ezinye zincamukile kodwa ziyazama, ziyaloku ziyafoster. And then bese iphupho elingihluphe kakhulu ele ndodakazi yami, indodakazi yami nayo ngiphuphe le nyoka zijaha, so kuba ngathi ngifuna ukumvikela kulelo phupho, ngithi ngiyamcwayisa ukuthi asuke lapho ngoba le nyoka lezi zizoma-attack-a. So le phupho leli lingikhathaza kakhulu mkhulu, ngicela ungincede ngalo. Well, in this case, my brother, what I can say is that the dream can mean two things, you understand, because I don't know other dreams that might be connected to that one. It could be enemies, number one. It could be enemies in the sense that because I attacker and lezi ezinye ezincamukile kusho ukuthi izitha zakho ziyahluleka, kodwa at the same time zinenkani. You know, bakhona abantu abanjalo-ke banenkani, baloku bayazama, bayagadla ngalo muthi, so ziloku zibhizi ziyaku-attack-a. So whether you see yourself or you see your daughter, these are just enemies against you, and obviously anyone who is an enemy of you is also an enemy of your daughter. If they don't strike you, they will strike your daughter just to hurt you. So yeah, it could be enemies, but at the same time it could be amadlozi, because number one, awungichazelanga ikhala yalezo inyoka. Yabona, if you said they were black, I was going to go straight and say no, in this instance these are actually your enemies. But again, ngoba you didn't specify the color, so I'm giving you two possibilities. It could also be amadlozi wakini. So laba abagamkile usho ukuthi amadlozi wakini, number one, ukuthi ziyagijimisa, ukuthi amadlozi wakini athukuthele. There is something that they are not happy about, that they want you to fix, and you are not paying attention. So they show themselves in a dream with babe inyoka, and then bagijimise. You understand? Because awubalaleli. Sometimes they can come in a form of cattle. Ubona ugijimiswa inkomo, ufana kuyaba phansi babanolaka. And then lezi igamkile, it could also mean ukuthi amadlozi wakho lawo ayazama ukukulwela, and sebayacala bayahluleka ukugamuka kwabo izinyawo, or ugamula singithi inyawo, ugamuka kwabo nje umzimba, kusho ukuthi le inkinga lezi ababhekene nazo, or le inkinga wena obhekene nazo, abazama ukuthi bakuvikele, ziyabahlula ngoba kunezinto ekumele uyiphethe ezibanika amandla negunya lokuthi bakhona ukukunceda, kodwa abakhona ukuthi babe namandla ukuthi bakusize, because when there are things that are left ongazenzi, hence bavela bathukuthele. So it's between two. It can be your ancestors, it can be your enemies, but whether you will know which one you relate with based on your daily life and daily situation. And then dream number 3, if not 4, nginephupho lakalwandle. Ulwandle uthi I've got strange dreams mkhulu, but she mentions a couple of dreams. I think there are about 4 or 5, but I'll just summarize all of them into one dream. She says, I dream of strange creatures like aliens, unicorns, half human, half whatever. Like I see those things that exist in Disney movies and all those kind of stuff. So yeah, I dream of those things, and then I also dream of myself underwater, and then on top of that, there is a particular dream whereby I was standing on top of a cliff. In fact, we climbed on top of a cliff, and then when we looked down, there was a river. The river was crystal clear. The way it was so clear, I could actually see the rocks that were inside that river. And then we jumped, we went under that river, and then we were told that we have to go and see the king. And then when we got into the king's palace, I actually discovered that the king was a snake, and the snake said, "You are my daughter." And then the snake introduced her to a boy that is 12 years old and said, "This is your brother." So my sister, what I'm going to tell you is that you've got Nzuza spirit. You probably already knew, because there is a video that is detailed about this. You have Nzuza spirit, so don't worry, don't be confused. Everything else you saw. Now, when I say don't worry, I'm saying next time don't come to me with a similar thing, because I'm trying to help as many people as I can. You will see strange animals, you'll see things, maybe you haven't seen everything. It's because you've got Nzuza spirit, and Nzuza spirit is a king. You understand? That is why you saw in the dream they say we're going to meet the king, and when you get there, the king is what? The king is actually a snake. So I've said in my other videos previously, Nzuza is the king of the waters. So basically all these other water spirits, they are governed by Nzuza, abonkanyamba, abomeme. That is why you were able to also shapeshift into a leopard, because remember, the spirit that is popular in shapeshifter is spirit Nkanyamba. A lot of people will tell you that Nkanyamba can shapeshift into everything. So Mount Spirit Senzuza, you have access to all those dominions and those departments. There is nothing that you can't do that Nkanyamba can do. There's nothing that you can't do that Imeme can do. You understand? So that is why in your dreams you see yourself swimming with the mermaid and all those kind of stuff. It is because all these things are serving your kingdom, because when Nzuza, as the Nzuza has said to you before. So don't be surprised whenever you see these strange creatures. They are still going to be there, and those things, they actually exist. It's just that in the real world not everyone has access to that particular world. But yeah, you are a Nzuza child, so what I can tell you is that continue to listen to them. Let them give you whatever instructions. If they're going to initiate you, or you are just their daughter, I don't know. You understand? Because we must stop assuming that everyone who has a Nzuza spirit is going to initiate. Some people, they are just water kids. And when I say water kids, guys, in a literal sense, some of the people, whenever they are conceived in the womb, they actually come from the waters. They've got siblings there, they've got brothers and sisters and cousins there. That is why you find that when you have a dream, you go underwater, they tell you this is your home, this is your family. They are not trying to recruit you, this is where you come from, you understand? There's actually a lady, it's just that she once told me she doesn't want us to speak about this, because I actually wanted to have some form of like a podcast and then we discuss. There's a lady who once told me, and funny enough, when she told me, I didn't believe it. But now that I'm interacting with you guys, I'm actually beginning to believe that the story is true. There was a lady, and manje seyanyanga anyway. She once told me that she dated a guy. The guy has biological parents like on Earth, but they actually adopted him because the guy originally is a snake. So abazali bakhe, but at that time we were not exposed to inzuza, so we reduced everything to a mermaid. Remember, whenever everything is from underwater, it's either we said it's a mermaid or we said inkanyamba, right? So she told me, good, no, I've got a boyfriend. The boyfriend literally shapeshifts whenever he's relaxed and comfortable with me. At first he didn't do anything, but now that he's comfortable with me, like, he will shapeshift into a snake and go back to his original state, because that is the state of which he feels comfortable, understand? And he says, I'm now used to it. I used to be scared at the first time, but now I'm used to it. Yeah. So I said, who are his parents? He says, no, his real parents are from underwater. So they gave him, when he was born, they actually gave him to the parents that are living with him on Earth, and these parents actually already know. So I don't know whether these parents or they were just presented with a gift to carry this child on Earth and raise him for me and all those kind of stuff, you understand? So yeah, there are many people who who belong in two worlds, you understand? They belong underwater, they belong here. So they've got siblings that side. In their dreams, they will continue to visit them and be visited by them. So yeah, my sister, when you've got Nzuza spirit, just relax and keep your stuff secret, ne? Don't go around tell everyone, because there are people who will try to tame that spirit. They will not win, because your spirit will not be tamed, and the spirit of Nzuza will not be tamed. But they will try either way, because people can be naive. You know, people are obsessed with power. Especially people in witchcraft. This thing is like a drug. They will always try to make attempts, even though they will fail. But what I fear is that your body in the process can be hard, because the body dies, unfortunately. It does not matter how strong you are, you die eventually, you understand? So even Jesus Christ, when you look at the Bible, as powerful as he is, they actually managed to kill him, and they buried him. He died, even well we know what he raised from the dead after 3 days, but the body was destroyed. So yeah, my sister, you've got Nzuza spirit. Okay, and then bese-ke siba nephupho laka Precious Ntombi uthi Superman, I've been perusing through your videos, and I'm actually glad that you did that, so that you can be able to learn and try to analyze your dream, understand? So she just came to me for confirmation, because I believe she already knows what is going on, understand? She said to me, look, I've got these dreams that are troubling me. I dream of myself in a bus, and then all of a sudden when I get off, I realize that it's not actually a bus, it's actually a train. And then in the process, I'm switching in between transport. I'm trying to find different modes of transport so that I can get wherever I want to go, because there's a point whereby I'm actually trying to get into a taxi and stuff like that, you understand? And then the other dream that I have, Ukuphuma amazinyo, and then uphuma amazinyo, uphuma igazi. And then all of a sudden I'm next to a bathtub that has clean water, and then that's where the dream ended. So I don't know what this thing actually means. In fact, she knows what it means because she went through my videos, but she just wants confirmation. So my sister, I'm going to do confirmation for you, né? So Ukuphupha usebhasini, I've already explained many times, it represents stagnation in your life as opposed to being in a car, because a car is faster than a bus. A bus, you are not in control of your life. There's another driver is in control, and so basically you are in a competition there, trying to get wherever you want to get, you understand? And then a train is even worse, because a train in a stop and go. Those who've been in a train, they will know that sometimes you get into a train and then it will stop for 30 minutes. Actually, with the robot understand? So I feel that your life is stagnant. And then another thing that the train represents, it can represent a coffin. can represent death. It does not necessarily have to be real death in a sense of a person, because there are many things that die. Careers die, human beings die, relationships die. You understand that there are new beginnings. It's just like a Ukuphupha pregnant, or Ukuphupha unengane. Yeah, the reason why I paused is because ngibona ngathi lento iyajema. So now Ukuphupha unengane, it does not always mean that you're going to give birth to a child, but it can be new beginnings in your life. Sometimes if you dream of yourself in a dream dying, it simply means there's something new that's going to be given birth. Maybe in Atlanta or something, there's going to be a new life that you're going to be living. So this thing does not always represent real death, but I can say that there is something stagnant in your life. Things are not moving the way you want, and there is something that you hold dear in your life that you are going to lose. It could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be a job and all those kind of stuff, because sibona manje so uphuma amazinyo, and then ukuphuma kwakho amazinyo, after lapho we see you next to a bathtub that has clean water, so meaning ukuthi ulindele ukuthi ugeze. So that one in inhlambuluko, and inhlambuluko can also represent new beginnings, right? It's like being baptized. After being baptized, you are expected to your life has been renewed and stuff like that. So after losing whatever that you are going to lose, something dear, something that you hold special in your life, could be a person, could be a relationship, could be a job, it could be an object, could be just a material thing. It means kuzomele ukuthi uhlambuluke, you must go through that ritual. So mangabe kusho ukuthi kuzoshona umuntu, nani niyazi ukuthi isiko lenziwa kanjani. After umuntu aqeda ukushona kuyazilwa, and then bese kuyagezwa ukuthi kusuke imikhokha emibi ukuthi ukufa lokungabuyi. So depending on what you are going to lose, so you must do a particular ritual just to cleanse yourself. So the dream is trying to show you that you need to prepare yourself that you're going to lose something. Your life is going to be stagnant because of that thing that you're going to lose, and you must prepare yourself to cleanse yourself so that you get rid of that evil spirit, so that that thing does not keep on coming, because if you don't do that ritual, you find yourself the other following year you lose another thing that you hold dear to you again. So yeah, that was a dream interpretation for Precious Ntombi. I always dream of myself underwater. I'm with my grandfather and grandmother, if I'm not mistaken, or I'm with my mom and dad. I don't know if they are alive or they passed away, but she dreams of herself underwater. And then also she dreams of herself wearing, I think, ibhayi black. Sometimes she's wearing white with white beads, sometimes black, I think, with black beads or white beads. And then there's another dream whereby other kids were wearing uniform, and then she was wearing ibhayi or a garment that is blue. So my sister, yes, you've got a water spirit, because ibhayi black and white, it represents abalozi, and the black only also represents inzuza, if I'm not mistaken, but you can always verify that with other sources. So black clothes represent inzuza, black and white represent abalozi, and then blue and black represents generally underwater, or no, not underwater, water spirits. So yes, my sister, you've got a spiritual gift, so yeah, that is a dream interpretation for you. Yeah, and then another dream, elakalindiwe khumalo uthi, what about when you dream getting into a train, and then when the moment after you get into the train, it changes into a big black snake. Well, in this case, he did not explain the entire dream, but what I'm getting here is that it's a trap, because remember I did explain that a train can also represent a coffin, a box long. So it could be a trap by enemies, because the moment you get into a train, because when you think ungena transport, the moment you get into that train, and then it turns into a black snake, and a black snake in other instances, it can represent an enemy. But I cannot conclude ngale phupho, because I do not know what was the snake doing, Was it harmful? Was it trying to attack you and all those kind of stuff? Because remember, I did explain Guti, a snake does not always represent an enemy. A snake is not constant. In fact, symbols in dreams, they are not constant. You'd find Guti, they have about like 3 meanings depending on the situation and what is happening on the dream. So, but in this case, I can say it was an enemy, because you also dream of a train which represents a box lomncwabo. And then beseke siba nephupho lakaphumeza. Uphumeza uthi, I've been having this dream where I'm crying and I go into an office. I think it's a therapist's office, and I get inside. I don't remember talking. Instead, the person just braids my hair in deep red fiber with pink or white ends. In the same dream, I wake up, I have no braids, so I go to a shop to buy red braids. But the braids I came back with are not the ones I had in my other dream. The color red looks more on the maroon side than red. Well, iphupho leli wena Phumeza likhuluma ngobizo lakho. So here you are crying. So the therapist represents umelaphi wendabuko, because you go there, you're seeking for help to a therapist. You want to confide and explode ngenkinga zakho. Mawufika lapha, instead of talking to you, wenza exactly that you should be doing in your life in order to fix your problems. Uyakudaya inwele. So ukudaya kweinwele kukhombisa ke ubungoma phakathi, because I think previously when I'm looking at our other conversations, I realize ukuthi uphupha amabhayi anezingwe and all those kind of stuff. So ungumuntu onomoya wobungoma, and I can speculate here and say ubungoma bomnguni, since the head is dyed to be red and with white ends, because abantu abanomnguni bagcoka amabhayi are red and white, even namalontuzana konje yini, even nama beads are red and white, and then bese ke even nelontuzana imilontuzana lezinto abayigcokayo indwangu zabo ziba nelontuzana, ziba nengwe or ziba leopard, and all those kind of stuff. And then in another dream you say, I dreamt of someone that looked like me, but it was not me. She was just smiling at me and not saying anything. We have the same face but not the same bone structure. So what I'm picking up here, obviously, since you already know ukuthi umuntu onesiphiwo, so kusho ukuthi mhlambe umuntu ozale umbethe, khona umoya wokumbethe, because abantu abazale bambethe, they either dream of twins or badream baziphuphe bona bane twins. So kusho ukuthi yile ngubo yakho ozalwe nayo ekumbethe. So angazi ukuthi le ngubo soyilungisile or awayilungisi, but ke kuzomela uhambe uyilungisa mangabe awayilungisi, so that into zakho zivuleke neindlela zakho zikhanye. Yes. Yeah, and then another dream, one of my loyal YouTube subscribers, she is asking ukuthi uma Ukuphupha unemoto ebomvu kodwa driver ubunye umuntu. Well, you didn't explain ukuthi lowo muntu ubani. I don't know whether it's a family member or it's a friend, but ke imoto ebomvu iveza idlozi lakabomalume. So kusho ukuthi idlozi lakabomalume yilo yilo eliprotectayo, yilo elivikelayo kakhulu, yilo lenza izinto zakho zihambe kahle, because le moto igibelile iyahamba. And I've already explained that a lot of times. I don't want to go back there again. I've already explained the dream of a car that is moving. What does it symbolize? So it means ukuthi kuze izinto zakho zihambe kahle nawe kumele ubheke kakhulu edlozini lakabomalume. Yeah, and then another dream likuya kusikho uthi uma ukhupha ama-earings, lokho kusho ukuthini? Uma ukhuphe uwagqokile, to be specific, lokho kusho ukuthini? So you also did not elaborate on your dream, but what I can tell you is that uma ukhuphe ugqoke ama-earings, that one it announces umshado. So kusho ukuthi kunomshado ozayo ozowuthola maduze nje, liyafana naleli le necklace. Yes. Yeah, sure, guys. These are the dream interpretations for today. I think I covered almost everyone. If you think I forgot, you just hit me up on WhatsApp, or you can comment on the YouTube video and tell me within Kulu, mina ngikhohliwe. But if ever I did respond to you, but I haven't answered all of your dreams, I did that deliberately because some of you have a lot of dreams. Umuntu mhlambe ufika namaphupho ayi-5. So if I'm going to cover all 5 dreams, it means one YouTube episode is gonna cover only one person, and of which it's not fair, you understand? So I have to mix all the dreams and make sure that I cover everyone so that everyone is satisfied. So if ever you've got outstanding dreams but I've already answered others, just relax. There's no need to tell me who to compose. Just relax. I will attend to them whenever I do another video. Obviously you guys are giving me content. There's no way that I can neglect it on purpose, you understand? So sometimes it's either I forgot something or I'm gonna do it again on another video. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. This was your boy Superman Shoba, the only yellow bone with wings, and you are the light of the world.